Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here and welcome back to another Overwatch video. And in this video, I wanted to kick off a series of hopefully useful videos that will help you guys better understand the characters that you're playing as, their roles, moves, damage values, the lot. Let's call it Overwatch Character Spotlight. And what better way to kick off the series than with our friendly neighborhood cyborg ninja, one of the Shimada twins, Genji. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then a like would be super appreciated, and comment down below and let me know if you found this helpful and if this is something you'd like to see for other characters. Now to begin with, Genji is an offense hero. He's great at flanking the enemy, and given that he has the highest level of mobility in the game, he's able to reach pretty much any point on the map. He's capable of attacking both at range and up close thanks to his Shuriken sword combo, and he can even deflect the majority of projectiles, which can prove to be a great counter for enemy heroes that typically post up and dish out a steady stream of bullets. Also, if you haven't seen the video I uploaded yesterday, Genji can deflect the majority of enemy ultimates too, so check the video link down below if you want to see which ones. Now Genji has 200 HP in total, which is pretty standard for an offense hero. The only one in his bracket with more HP is Reaper, coming in at 250. Genji's passive is Cyber Agility, and this allows him to climb walls while holding the jump button or key, and it also allows him to double jump, which is extremely useful when trying to access those hard to reach areas. It's also worth noting that Genji has an additional option that you can toggle in the character controls menu. If you select Genji from the drop down menu and scroll down to Hero, you can turn on the ability to automatically climb walls. With this enabled, you no longer need to hold the jump button to scale a wall, you can simply jump at it and you'll then begin to climb. It's also worth noting that you can chain a wall run after something like a swift strike if you need to cover more ground to reach your intended climbing destination. Next up, moving over to your basic attacks. Starting with left click or right trigger, depending on your platform preference, you have Shuriken. This fires out 3 Shuriken at once in a perfectly straight line. You can hold 24 Shuriken in your arm at one time, and given that you fire 3 at a time, that's 8 shots before you need to reload, which also equates to 3.3 rounds per second. There's also a 1 second cooldown between each throw. Now each of these Shuriken deal 28 damage individually, meaning if you land all 3, that's a total of 84 damage. And the other cool thing about the Shuriken is that they have no damage fall off whatsoever, so you'll deal 28 damage whether you hit someone right in front of you or someone 50 meters ahead. On the flip side, you have your right click or left trigger attack, which still throws Shuriken, again with no damage fall off. However, instead of throwing 3 in a perfectly straight line, you fire 3 in a fan. Individually, the Shuriken still deal the same amount of damage, coming in at 28 per one, but given the fan nature, this is of course intended for spreading the damage across a wider area. And this is especially useful when dealing with fast moving targets that evade a lot. While you might not hit all 3, hitting one shot at 28 damage is much better than missing all 3 for nothing. And note that your fire rate is a little bit slow with this move, however coming in at just over 4 rounds per second. Now moving over to your left shift or your Elbe Attack, you have Swift Strike. With this move you dash forward in the direction you're facing and you slice with your katana. If you successfully eliminate your target in the process, then your cooldown on this move is instantly reset. However, if you don't land a kill, then it's got an 8-second cooldown timer. Now this move deals 50 damage and covers 15 meters, and also, as mentioned earlier, you can use this move in conjunction with your wall run if you're trying to reach a particularly high vantage point. Next up, your E or RB move is Deflect. With this, you bring up your sword, and if you're hit by any projectiles during this animation, you'll then deflect them in the direction that you're facing. This move has an 8-second cooldown, and you'll hold your sword up for 2 seconds, so the window is pretty small. But if you can get this down, then it's one of Genji's most important attacks. You can deflect all projectiles, meaning things like arrows, bullets, shuriken, grenades, bombs, etc. And as mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can also deflect the majority of ultimates from enemy heroes. Some of them have some pretty tight windows, but the opportunity is still there for you to take. You can also deflect the projectiles at another target, so you don't just have to send them straight back. And you can also land headshots by doing this. Now finally, your ultimate, Dragon Blade, unsheathes your katana, and your left click or right trigger attack now becomes a powerful melee attack instead. Each slash of the sword deals 120 damage, and you can fit a total of 9 slashes within the ultimate's duration of 8 seconds. During this state, you can still use your left shift or LB swift strike attack, and you can still use E or RB to deflect. You also move slightly faster, and if your swift strike was on cooldown, then upon activation it's instantly reset. So for this ultimate, you're going to be right in the thick of battle, and with only 200 health, you're going to need to use your mobility to your advantage. Using the sword to pick off weaker foes or enemies that have already been damaged is a surefire way to secure the kill, and if you can combine that with Swift Strike to refresh the ability as often as possible, then you'll be a much harder target to hit. But either way, that's pretty much it for Genji. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully you found it helpful. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to drop a like and also comment down below and let me know if this is something you'd like to see from more characters going forward. Thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.